Hi, uh, welcome to my channel once again, Land Trading with Robert. So today I'm going to show you how to read some basic candlestick patterns. Because if you've been following my channel, I've said this and again that market is about understanding the candlestick, because the candlesticks are the clear indicators of price action. All right, they show what is happening in the market at any one given time. So what I'm having here on the screen is 1 hour uh, candlestick pattern for oil, and I want to concentrate on the turning points. Let me get into my drawing mode. The turning points being this area here, this area, and this area. So these are the points where the market clearly turned, and there was a reason. Or the question is, could we have predicted what the market is going to do? And my very precise and clear answer is yes. It was very possible to predict and know what the market is likely to do. And we have always said your ability to predict the market and get it correct more times than you get it wrong is what determines if you will end up being a successful trader. Without further ado, let me get into the candlesticks. Ba, ba, ba. Well, it's a cold day here in Nairobi today, so but I hope we manage to do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, on to my first position, which is here. If you read your candlesticks, you hear that there's one candlesticks that we call a doge. It's a candlestick that clearly indicates a balance between the buyers and the sellers, and tries basically tells us that there's indecision. So as you can see, this market was in a perpetual upward move. Okay, it was going up 1 hour. Remember, this is a 1 hour market, so probably these are almost pretty half a day, 12 hours, and then the market reached at this level. What happened? We had a very strong bullish candle, actually very strong, because it was almost complete end to end. And then after that, we formed our first interesting candle, a doji. This one here. This is a clear indication that the market is getting to a point where sellers are trying to counter the buyers, probably because the market is already in an overbought position and the momentum is decreasing, and yeah, we got to a doji position, and this should tell us and communicate a lot to us that uh, we might be turning, or we might be in for a pullback or a reversal, whatever you can call it. So immediately we waited. Doji enough is not enough to enter a market, so that you have to wait what happens in the next candle. So the next candle came also. This was the market tried to push higher, as you can see on this level, but it was pushed down further on this level. Still formed a doji, but this shows that again there's so much selling power up here, and the market clearly is struggling to go further. And then formed the third candle, and this was now our first trigger that uh the bears, they might be burying us now, so they might be coming to the market, because as you can see, the open and the close was much lower. Then immediately this closed, it would have given us a good indicator that we might be in for 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 a sell. What happens? The market clearly took a downturn move and probably 50 pips. So we came down very strongly. The market was trying to reject, trying to reject, but the selling power was still too much, was still forming big bearish candles like this one. And then all of a sudden, it was a big bearish candle, and then immediately we saw a pin bar or a shooting star. People have very different names to call this. And okay, then it shows that down here, uh, we are having a lot of buying power, and most probably there's if you go back to the market on the past, you find this was probably a key zone in the past. So this is an interesting candlestick that should also show us that the market is gearing for a buy momentum, because the market tried to push down here, but it has found a lot of force down here. It couldn't push further, it was pushed up. So what do? You don't trade with this candle, you wait and see what the market is doing. So in the next candle, the market tried to push up higher. There was still some selling power left, then it came down, uh, still, but it was unable to outdo the previous candle. And then what happens next? Market pushes up higher, breaks all these levels here, and what did we get? A nice upward move. You know, that is a good pips that you could have taken. All right, until we came up here, and after a very huge bullish movement, then we formed a doji. Again, the doji came in here. This candlestick here. Please pardon my drawing skills. And the doji was a clear indicator the market again is in an indecisive position. And what do you do in an indecisive position? You either get out of the market and wait, or wait to get into the market. So what happened to the next candle? The next candle was a good bearish candle that showed us that the market might be pushing downwards, and then push down up to that level. So if you're a seasoned trader, again, this would have been your level to exit the market, because it indicated some previous what is it, uh, a support zone from this level here. So the market came back and, yeah, came down up to here, and then it pushed up higher. Okay, so here there was no much of that price action, because this would have been better if it was engulfing, but again the market turned. But you can see from a very simple price action perspective, you could have gotten one trade, two trade, let me get my pencil. um, so if the market, uh, you could have gotten one trade over this level here, two trade over this level here, and then three trades over this level here. You could have gotten some very nice three trades within this band here. Very few, probably a day, not more than 2 days. And that is what trading is all about. Watch the price action, watch the candlestick patterns, and understand, interpret. That's all you need to do. All right, just interpret the candlestick pattern. Most importantly, set your stop losses and know your entry triggers, because the market might move against you. You need to be able to check out of the market and cut your losses as fast as you can, and also take your profits at the right time before the market again turns and pushes you back to where you came from. So with that, guys, thank you very much for my brief candlestick explanation on the oil market. As you can note, I'm much more on the oil market because this is what I'm good at. This is what I've studied over time, and this is what I know. And you can only teach people what you you know. I know knowledge about the other markets, the forex, the gold, uh, the metals, and I will be sharing them as well. But I find oil my favorite because of how it tends to follow the book